And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to VA-11 Hall A Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I am your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games and suck at commentary. And we last left off, we were just reading a couple things because I'm into the expanded universe of the VA-11 universe. And it seems like most of you guys are too. Well, I know that most of you guys are, so we're going to continue. YIIK, the final remaster leads to video game charts by Lana Smithy. The newest remaster, 2016's YIIK, Yeek. Is that supposed to be like Yeez? Like Ease? Yeah, a postmodern RPG opens the charts this week with 3.5 million copies shipped on its launch day. Other titles this week include the new release such as Hatsune Miku. Okay, so yeah, that's obviously, if you don't know, Hatsune Miku is the is this Vocaloid type thing, right? It's written, well, Miku's actually just written in like katakana, but like Hatsune is written with the kanji for like crap. What's it written with? Like I know the Ne's written with like the kanji for sound. Hatsune is written with the. Is it the kanji for like to begin or no? It can't be. Let me see. How is it written? Hatsune. Yeah, beginning sound. Yeah, beginning sound. Just making sure. Because I know that I've talked about this before. Like I'm thinking Naganumpa. I know that, you know, some of you guys tend to think of me as somewhat of an authority when it comes to the Japanese language, when it comes to anything Japan related or sorts of. So, and sometimes I say things that are incorrect, and I think without proper, you know, you guys will probably just accept that as fact when I say these things, so it's up to me to make sure that I'm not spreading any false information, because I have said incorrect information before, like, I talked about, like, in Vallhalla, I talked about period years, right? And I always get this wrong, so I said that I was born Heisei Rokunin, right? So Heisei 6, but, no, actually I was, no, hold on. Yeah, I was, no, hold on. No. Okay. I always get this mixed up because you have to, when it comes to period years, you have to include the first period year. So 1, 2, 90 is 2, 91 is 3, 92 is 4, 95 is 6. Wait, hold on. 89 is 1, 90 is 2, 91 is 3, 94 is 5. Wait, hold on. 89 is 1, 90 is 2, 91 is 3, 92 is 4, 93 is 5, 94 is 6, and 95 is 7. Yeah, 7. Heisei Nanane is when I was born. So I was born in 1995. And I said I was born in Heisei Rokunin, because like I keep forgetting that you have to include the first year. It's weird. Anyway, it's kind of like, think of it kind of like centuries. Like, even though it's the 2000s, it's still the 21st century because you have to include, like, the 0 years, if you will. Anyway, Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku Project Remastered and Sting Space Remastered. Full chart includes lifetime sales Yeek, the final remaster 3.5 million, new Hatsune Miku Project Remastered 1.5 million, new Sting Space Remastered 950,000 new Water Pro Wrestling G 500k 950k. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a dead or alive thing. Dang it, Ron Paul. No, Round Paul 400k 1.2 million. This is the third final this year. Yeah, Ron Paul is actually an actual person, in case you don't know. This is the third year final this year. This is the third final this year. So let's go to Dangeri. That bar called Vallhalla. Oh, yo! That's Vallhalla represent. Yo. It's Amanda's Jacuzzi. That bar called Vallhalla. Is it any good? I need a place to unwind after work. Normies are taking over, huh? Everyone is a neat just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but their bartender can be a bit of a dick. Yo, who are you? I'll have you know I'm rating this, buddy. How so? Never been there, so I wouldn't know. Is she cute? I can take it if she's cute. She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself. The guy seems a bit more of a bro. Okay. Alright. I see you already had a conversation with her. Did she reject your advances? No, I just heard from the distance. So, is that a no? Kind of. I mean, if you're going there just to chat? I just want a place to chill for a bit and meet new people. Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke? Nope. Bummer. Well, I think I'm going next week then. Sounds good enough for me. This thread is closed. So I'm full of myself? You are. Okay then. I take that as an insult because Joel and I have very similar personalities, so when you insult her, you're insulting me. And actually, I am kind of full of myself, aren't I? A little bit. Let's go ahead and save over slot 3. Anyway, before we start work today, I have a couple questions. Have you guys done anything recently? Like I said early in the recording session, my semester for university ended, so I'm back at my parents' house, and I decided to start like catching up on all the stuff that I fell behind on. And actually, I decided to get into JoJo because I said I was going to start getting into JoJo. So, JoJo the anime, JoJo no Kimyo na Boken, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if you will. And I was at first because like I told my friend before I left, I was like, I'm going to watch everything JoJo related, or at least all the new anime stuff. I wasn't going to watch like the old OVAs, and I was kind of intimidated because the first series, which goes over part 1 and part 2, is 26 episodes. Stardust Crusaders has 2 seasons, both of which are 24, and currently at the time of recording this, Diamonds Are Unbreakable, or I think they say Diamond is Unbreakable is the official English title, is 38 episodes. That's a grand total of 115 episodes. I'm recording this on Tuesday. I started on Saturday. I watched all of the first thing, and I'm almost finished with the first season of Stardust Crusaders. So I imagine that by the time this video goes up, I'll have caught up with everything. Because I've just been like, outside of recording, I've just been doing nothing but watching JoJo. It's so good! Let's go to work. Wednesday, December 20th. I've been meaning to get into it for quite some time because, like the Third Will, the guys who do Thrilling Intent, they really like it. I know Vex, my friend Vex is really into it, so that's one of those things. That's good! You should watch it! Good evening. Ah, Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the dog? The dog. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds. I don't care. Ah, Jamie's here. Greetings. Anyway, let's start. Like, I love how his character model just flashed for like 2 seconds, then he was gone. Ready? Time to mix drinks and change lives. Jukebox? Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. So Ingram. No, Ingram with an R. Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago? On Friday? I feel like his voice changes every time we see him. Yes. There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night. But as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by here. I take it you know what made the noise? Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard. Okay. Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity. I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Is he like some like FBI agent or something? Like he's been tracking, like it's like the drone or whatever is designed to like go near like some type of chemical trail or something, and I don't know. Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Now get me a Mars blast. What the heck? What is going on? I'm confused. I mean, you're supposed to be confused. Mars blast, Mercury blast, Moon blast. We have your part of the 5 terrestrial bodies within the inner, whatchamacallit. Wait, 5 terrestrial. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we have Venus, Earth, or Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then the Moon are the 5 terrestrial bodies. Because you have your terrestrial planets and your jovial planets. Your terrestrial planets are obviously, you know, the rocky ones, which are very small but very dense, and then you have your, yeah, they all start with M, actually. And then you have your, well, all the blasts start with M, but, like, not obviously Earth and Venus don't start with an M, but... And then you have your jovial planets, which are, you know, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, which are made out of gases. They're the gas giants, if you will. Relatively large, they have a lot of mass, but their density is relatively small. Anyway, let's go ahead and mix. I don't know. let's go ahead and blend this. My last final that I had in university was for astronomy, so you're gonna have to forgive me. That was actually a class that I really liked. I really liked my astronomy class. It was really interesting, all things considered. Here you go, just a class I needed to get those last few remaining prerequisites. Because I didn't, apparently I transferred in, I didn't have enough science credits, so. Well, you didn't mess it up. Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not. You really think you stand a chance? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, tough guy. You're like half his size, and he's a trained assassin. He's like a mercenary. He would just straight up murder you. Like, come on. Oh, he's one of those people. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight dirty. Jill, please. You make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, sorry. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. Ah, yeah, I see. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them aside from the owner. Well, actually, Art usually gets like a strong drink too, so. Oh, and also, Betty. Betty also gets strong drinks, as opposed to Dill, who gets like very like feminine drinks. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking. Okay, let's try this suplex thing. Right. Are they gonna become like best friends? This is interesting. Suplex. 4B, 2, 3, 4, 3F, 2, 3, 3K, 1, 2, 3. So I guess that's a question for those of you who are in university or who are graduated from university. All in the rocks and mixed. Have you ever had a class that like you didn't expect to really enjoy, but you turned out to be surprisingly really enjoyable? For me, that was astronomy. Well, I guess like during my very first year of university, the one I guess that doesn't really count except for sort of does because those classes did transfer in. There's that economy class that I took that I really liked. Here, good stuff, like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie, and you're? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I need to look for a specific file at... Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. And almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So, why go through the whole thing? Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. It causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. Random frame drop? For 5 hours, you're trapped in bed while the horrible pressure builds up in your body and nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, and your gums, and your toes, everywhere. And after all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that causes at least the same antibodies. Ouch. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. So, gut punch. I feel like Ingram's voice changes every time. I think I said that. Did I say this already? It changes every time I see him. Because, like, it's supposed to be like some, like... It's supposed to be like a wise sage. Well, originally what I wanted to do was, like, give it like a wise sage Togami hybrid. And, like, then it sort of changed to, like, a really chill wise sage voice. 1F, all aged and mixed. Or actually, I think originally I just gave him just, like, a straight up Togami voice. But then, like, it just, you know, mix. Stop. There you go. Gut punch. Serve. Here. Yeah, I love these. It looks different from yours, though. I had a couple of extras than his, actually. So where's the antibody unit that they stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements? Were you reconstructed or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Please come again. Don't count on it. Don't count on it. Yeah, don't count on it. You said that twice. Shut up. Seem like a nice guy. Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Actually, the thing is though, like, he's not a very nice person, but like, he can actually be surprisingly cool at times. I like him. Maybe you caught him on a bad day? Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood too. Alright, now we got bad blood. Let's go to bad touch. 2B? 2P? I still don't understand why Joe thinks this is so funny. Like, it's really not that funny. 3, 4, all on the rocks and mixed. And stop. So, that's actually pretty easy too. So, it's iced, it's all on the rocks. 2, 2, 2, 4. Okay, serve. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So, what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today, my sister is supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she share later than her husband and drunk at that, but also dressed that she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids! Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. So she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump into the highway. So Eva comes and says, "Then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple." Oh no. I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know, maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now. You hold quite the animosity. Why is it such a hard word to say? You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time. We even slept on the same bed for a while. Then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I can forgive all that. I mean, the age difference and all. But there is something in particular I still can't forgive. It was a day she invited her friends to a house, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. I figured. That's a really terrible thing to do, Diana, really. And she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment that I finally broke the pedestal I held on her. I admired her as much as a kid could admire someone you know. Little by little, the admiration wore off until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? How old is Alma? What the heck? I thought Alma and Jill were like the same age. What? Oh, so she's... Oh, wow. Oh, so she's actually like... The heck? So after 40 years, and she's... So she's... What? No! This is like in JoJo when I learned that a certain character was actually like 50. It's like, what the heck? No! No! Hey. Wait, was that a joke or is she actually... I can't tell! I think she was serious though. It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather... The Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. She's 40? Okay, hold on. No. Is she really 40? Okay, so her older sister has a child, right? And that child is, those children are like 8, 9, 10 or whatever. So I figured that, like, you know, I figure that, like, you know, so her older sister would have been, like, in her 40s, and there's a bit of an age difference, so that would put her, like, her late 20s, early 30s. But she's 40-something?! Man! Alma! No! Anyway. The Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration to help her, she's made sure enough to fix that impression. Huh. But enough about me, how are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So, what's the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brantini, will you? This is a little story I want to tell you. Right. Okay, so Brantini. I'm still like, she actually, like, cause like, here's the thing, like, is she, what the heck? There's no way! I refuse to accept that. Because normally, I'm actually very good at guessing ages of people. Like, there are times where, like where people look, like, really young, and a lot of people assume that they're, like, a lot younger than they actually are, but I'm actually usually able, like, let's say that they're, like, in their 40s. A lot of people think they're in their 20s, but I'm like, oh, no, they actually look like they're in their 40s. But in this case, this one actually got me. Because, like, the way that I assess age is a bit different from most people, it seems. Because, like, sometimes I'll go back and I'll look at, like, a picture of myself, right? Like, a picture from, like, 3-4 years ago. And I'm like, wow, I look so young in this picture. And then, like, I show it to people and they're like, you look exactly the same. I'm like, are you kidding me? Look at this. I have, like, a wrinkle here and a wrinkle there. I got crow's feet that I didn't have before. And all this, that, and the other. And they're like, you look exactly the same. Like, how can you be so unobservant? Like, what do people use, like, question, ladies and gentlemen, what do you normally use to determine age? Like, do you use, like, the color, do you determine it by the color of their hair, or, like, the amount of wrinkles that they have, or all Asian mix? Because it seems like, because, like, usually I go by off of things like wrinkles and, you know, like, blemishes on the face and things. Mix, 1, 2, stop. But unfortunately, Alma kind of has, like, basically a flawless face. So the thing is, she gets along so well with with Jill, that I just assumed that they were, like, the same age. And, like, she's 40-something? Here. I mean, like, her hair's kind of, like, I refuse to accept. There's no way. I'm going to assume that was Jill just, like, saying a joke, and Alma's like, hey! I don't know if she was like, hey, as in, hey, I'm not that old, like, why are you joking, or hey, don't say my age like that in front of people in public, or something, I don't know. Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Anna! I forgot what voice I gave her. Oh, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew dissolution with one of her sisters. Soon it became animosity, and not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her elder sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs! Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. Ooh. And after the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving a baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. That girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held in the high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, I can lift her sweater. Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough! Enough? Shit. Peace out! I mean, I know the girl is you and the sister is your elder sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she will be heavily disappointed. She's trying to make amends with you. That must take courage, lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get a beer? Right. I still don't, like... I feel like my accent with all my changes, like, all the time. Like, it goes, like, Australian, sometimes it goes, like... Sometimes I go into that, like, super over-exaggerated Simon Blackwell accent. Sometimes I accidentally go, like, straight up, like, North American. And then sometimes it's, like... I don't know. Mix, 1, 2, stop. We got a beer for you. Serve. Here. Like, the accent for Ulm is all over the place. It's weird. Thanks. Sometimes it goes Australian. I think I said that already. So tell me, did you and Miss Gabigail get along? Oh, yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law. She got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister, too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both the big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be here. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. What? You were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if anything comes up. Anyways is not a word, Jill. Come on. Every time. Oh man, we're already halfway through day 16. Like this is going to be over so quickly. I already have the game planned out for what I'm going to do for my mega test. Or not my mega test, for my I should actually figure out what I'm going to do for Mega Test Let's Go Random for Mega Christmas. Which actually, this should go up on Monday, right? Obviously, since the final episode of the recording session, assuming that everything goes good. And Christmas this year is on a Sunday. So, yeah, so how is Mega Christmas? So, yeah, I'm recording this on the 20th, obviously, because it's a Tuesday. That's when I record my Monday, Wednesday, Friday series. So, at present, I have not recorded my, Mega Cast of the Garcon and Kratos yet. I'm planning to do that on the 22nd, and I haven't recorded my Mega Test or Let's Go Random for Mega Christmas yet, so I don't know how any of that is. I don't know how any of that's going to be, so you guys are a lot more knowledgeable of this than I am, despite this video coming out afterwards. It's weird. Anyway. Oops. It's less chilly today. Ready. How cool do you think it gets in, there's a magical girl, if you'll. How cool do you think it gets in, Glitch City? I'd say probably, like, it's December-ish. It's like a city. I'm thinking it's kind of like New York climates, and so it's probably like, what, -5 degrees Celsius right now, give or take. Pretty chilly, I imagine. Well, yeah, relatively pretty chilly, I'd say. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh, please don't be Gabby. Jukebox? Oh, shit. Oh, it's Norma! Right, Norma. Norma de Plume. I completely forgot what voice I gave her. Like, what voice did I give this girl? Like, it was something. I think I gave her some type of accent. I don't know what. Did I try to make her sound like Midwestern or something? I can't remember. She's gonna have to get a new voice, I can't remember what the old voice was. Hey. I don't know. Norma! Phew. You're back! Oh, fuck you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. You can say it to her, because she's still a kid. It's like high-pitched, but like, with a weird accent. Like what? I shouldn't use the word weird. What accent are we gonna give her? Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Phew, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, but by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. I'm so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her all about the pressure she was putting on me. And said I want to figure out what I want to do. I'm going with like this really weird, over-exaggerated Dick Van Dyke-esque Cockney accent. Sure, we'll go with it. And she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me that it'd be a waste to spend money on the university just for me to give it my all. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And well, I wanted to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right, I'd be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Oh, so sweet! Shut up. Hey, Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a Bleeding Jane, please. On it. Alright, Bleeding Jane. It's a spicy drink. Let's see, we got 1B, 3P, 3F, 1, 2, 3, all blended. There we go. Serve. Thanks. Hey, Joe, do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can't I? You're the main character. You're the main character? Don't know. Breaking the fourth wall again. What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there. Yeah, just remembering stuff. Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please? Sure. Alright, let's go ahead and make a beer. I mean, I do that too. Like I said, I get lost in thought all alone all the time. And I said this before, and like Phoenix Edgeworth said that he can relate. Did I say that in this series, or did I say that in... Yeah, I said that in this series. It was right after Jill blurted out. Like, sometimes like those thoughts will like slip out, and those thoughts will slip out into like outside of my head into like vocal words that people can hear. It's usually the thoughts I don't want people hearing. I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's just slow. Alright, mix and stop. Serve. Thanks. Would you like if I showed you how I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There! Why don't you turn up the TV? Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Didn't you just turn off the TV? I thought I was looking down here, but I thought like I like in my north peripheral vision, if that's even really a thing, like I could have sworn I saw like a light just like shut off, and I thought, I don't know. Weird. Nobody expects a Dorothy Inquisition. Ouch! I bit my tongue. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. Honey! Ah, hey Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. Alright, a fluffy dream. By name, F, fluffy dream, 3A, 1, 2, 3, 3P, 1, 2, 3, optional card machine, all aged and mixed. 1, 2, stop. Fluffy dream, serve. Thanks! Well, I guess actually, I should ask, since this should go up after Christmas, how was your guys' Christmas, ladies and gentlemen? Did you get all the stuff that you wanted to get? Did you get anything at all? Did you give things to people? If so, I'd like to know. I want to know it all. Oh yeah, before you leave. What? Are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be here then. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? She says out loud. Who does what? Sorry, I sneezed. Yeah, a good cover there, Jill. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm off for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Becky? Who's Becky? Man, she was in a rush. Who's Becky? Who's Becky? Wait, no. Have we met a Becky before? Okay, fuck that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere. I'll need to get them through more shady means. I think that's the first time Is that the first time that Dana's dropped an F-bomb? I think it has been. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand. Please. Well, I guess that's it for today. What? You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Hey Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You see my client, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves though. Sorry, what do you want to ask? Do you know why they call them cat boomers? Good question, actually. I mean, I guess her second set of ears look like a cat's, but the word boomer seems so out of place. Not so much when you consider it's not them, but their parents who were called such. Wait, like, I was assuming this kind of has something to do with, like, a generation thing, like there's, like, the baby boomer generation in the US. Oh? Let's go back a bit first. You do know why cat boomers look like that, right? Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki... Okay, so it's Japanese and, Russian. Romanova treatment. Or was it the Romanenko Yamada treatment? I think I have to understand Russian to get the thing, but Yamazaki is probably the kanji for, like, mountain, and then the kanji for, like hill or knoll, like how... Like, what's the word in English that it would translate to? It's like, it's actually a pretty common thing in names. Let's see here. Like a cape or a coast. Yeah, like a cape or a coast. That was Nagasaki, for example, is written with that kanji. And then Yamada is probably that's a very common name. It's you remember Yamada from Danganronpa. For those of you who watch that series, it's probably written with the kanji for mountain, the kanji for like rice field. Romanenko Yamada treatment. So it's probably like I don't know. The let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, that research had a bit of a rocky story. Funding got cut in the middle of it, at a critical point that could make or break the whole thing. Not to mention Zybut's core record of not addressing nanomachine injection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maggie Stengovich. Was it Stengovich? Let's call him Stengovich for now. There's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stengovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stengovich, didn't die. She became the living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then, the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure, even if they had no ailments at all, so like an entire generation of people, so cat boomer, yeah. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through the treatment became a media darling for a bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born, that's what I figured. And their parents got called cat boomers? A generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with the protrusions instead of their parents. You keep calling them protrusions, why is that? Because that's what they are. Eh? You didn't think those things on their heads were ears, right? Honestly, I had no idea what I thought they could have been ears. Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to facial and ear muscles. Thus, they can move like a cat's and react with their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Ooh, that's weird. And actually, the thing is, though, I feel like the thing is, since they have that, shouldn't they technically carry that gene on to their children? So their children would technically have a chance of being heterozygous, and they might not necessarily be heterozygous and affected, but oh, why am I using these words? I have a friend who's like a genetics, who's like, he wants to be he's a bio major and he wants to like do research, and I was trying to help him out with the math of this like homework. So heterozygous means that basically you carry the gene. So like, the question was like this. It was like, so someone has like a disease. I forgot what it was. I think it was jaundice, right? And they marry someone who does not have jaundice. What are the chances? And they have 10. Let's say they have 10 children with a person. What are the chances that the person is both heterozygous and affected? Heterozygous means that they carry the gene, and affected means that they are and affected means that they actually have jaundice. I think jaundice had like a 10. It was like a 20. Like, so if you go with like the Punnett squares, like they have a 50% chance of being heterozygous because like the mother has big A, little a, and the father has just like big A or whatever. And then there was like a 20%, and then somehow I forgot what the number ended up being. It was like 1/20th or 1 out of 14. I forgot what the answer was. Anyway, it was just one of those things. Anyway, whoops. But like I'm thinking like they should actually like the fetuses were modified with that. Shouldn't they technically, like, it was like genetic modification, shouldn't they technically hear that gene, and they should be, if they were to reproduce, they could potentially cause somebody to actually naturally have them? I don't know. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Huh. It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after the treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought that they were functional ears? You really thought they were functional ears, huh? Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry, I feel like I should apologize for taking so much instead. And keep in mind, I'm fucking up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusions because of a catification procedure. I'll keep it in mind. Wait! What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stengovich. Eh? I just remembered Sylvia Stengovich was around my age, and when I was a teen, there were some TV specials featuring her. I just remembered that I had the biggest crush on her. Now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then. And did you need to shout just now? Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day. Alright, careful out there. Alright. Total earnings, 38,660. Drinks total, 2080. Mistakes, 0. Commission, 30%. Today's payment, 624. Tips, 300. Flawless service bonus, 500. All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a dull girl, 300. Today's total transfers, 724. Total funds, 15,773. Alright, Jill is thinking of a lot about Kirikira Miki. Buying one of her posters will prevent her from getting too distracted. We need to have 10,000 by the 30th. I think we could actually pull that off. Let's hold to unlock, please. Alright, let's go ahead and save over slot 3, it looks like. And with that, let's look at some comments, I suppose. Respond to some comments, I suppose, in the most recent episode. And let's see. Is this... Oh, I need to go to my social tab on... I need to go to my social tab. Where is it? Social? Here it is. Let's see. So... Let's see. It was 2 weeks ago. No, it was a week ago, the most recent episode. A little over a week ago. It was 8 days, so it would have been something that came out on the 12th. Okay, so Mega sucks at VA-11. No, that's Kratos on an older video. The fourth wall, I believe, should be it. View all comments. Okay, let's keep this away from the microphone to prevent my microphone picking up stuff. Okay, so anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay, so actually, Joe Moto was like, another thing when the letter C comes before E or I, se or C, it makes an S sound unless you're speaking some particular dialect in Spain. I'm saying that because it sounds like you're saying dulce rather than dulce. Yeah, that's actually true, because, like, for some reason, in the US, despite the fact that it's dulce in Italian, dulce de leche in the US for some reason, or North America in general, is pronounced with the Italian pronunciation. I thought it was Italian. I didn't quite realize that it was Spanish until you corrected me on that, and I was like, oh, it's dolce in Italian, because like I knew that the Italian word and the Spanish word were similar, not only because of Romance languages, because Mussolini, the fascist dictator from World War II, called himself like La Dulce or something like that in Italian. Anyway, just random fact. Okay, so here's another thing. So I said that Alma is my girl, and so then Phoenix Edgeworth is like, let's see. Where's the thingy? So, he's at 42. Oh yeah, he's like, what do you think spouting such foolishness? No, it's not foolishness, and I will fight you IRL. And then Jill was like, grabs Parkorn. When you two are finished killing each other, I'll take her. Nah, you don't need to worry about me. I'll kill Phoenix Edgeworth with my stand. I can't reveal my stand just yet, though. I'm not gonna reveal it. I'll give you a hint, though. My stand has something that, yes, I gave myself a stand because I'm a frickin' dweeb. It has something Ace Attorney related, actually. I'm not gonna say what my stand name is, though. Yes, I did go. This reminds me of back when I was, like, in frickin' middle school. Like, I was obsessed with the anime Naruto. So, like, I would just, like, make up jutsus and whatnot. It was just one of those things. Anyway. Let's see. What else do we have here? Anything else? Oh yeah, so I talked about like the AI thing and asked like, what do you think? And then Joe Milton said, I personally don't think an AI can be considered sentient conscious at best. At best, it could be programmed to fool a human into thinking it is. Now that you brought this up, an AI is just zeros and ones. It's weird that a human brain's consciousness, sentience, even though it's just a bunch of electrical signals, makes you question your own existence. That it does. The Turing test by Matter Ones didn't make the game. I just watched her play through, but yeah, it made me question that too. It's really weird. Let's see here. Anything else here? Oh yeah, Phoenix Edge, because I talked about how like I'm just good at memorizing just random facts and everything. Probably one of the only few things I'm actually like good at. Phoenix Edge was like, I just wish my memory wasn't so terrible that I could actually use my knowledge. Sigh. Well, you know, you just need to get good. I don't know. Anyway, oh yeah, and I mentioned earlier. I talked about how, like, he said, I know the feeling, caused some pretty awkward situations, talking about the whole, thoughts leaking out of your head thing. Yes, what are you talking about? Triggered. Oh, he's like, yes, okay, that's when he was saying that that's when he was saying that Olmo is his girl. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to forgive me. It's like negative. Why do I always use negative, but negative doesn't really work when it's in the past. It was 2 trillion years ago when those comments came out. So anyway, without further ado, I guess we can end things off here. We'll read this stuff next thing. We starting the second to last day in the next recording session, actually. You've been talking a lot with the Olma girl. Jealous? I believe I saved it, just in case. Let's make sure. Save. Home. Exit. Go to the title screen. Yes, please. Sukeban Games. Ysbryd Games. And with that, yeah, actually, for those of you who watched my mini update, you should know this, but you can actually buy the soundtrack for VA-11 on Bandcamp. It's really cheap. It's only about like $7. I decided to buy it and use the music in my update because technically, if you want to be technical, that's breaking all sorts of copyright issues. But that's like, you know, the guys are really cool about it because like they are aware that I'm doing a series on it. They didn't take it down or anything. I directly tweeted a comment that someone made on one of my videos, that Suppleted made on one of my videos, and they were like, it's okay. They don't care. So I was like, you know, they probably wouldn't really probably wouldn't like really mind if I use the music, especially if I purchased it. But yeah, you actually can. You can actually buy it. And with that, yeah, we're getting relatively close. Like I said, I have the game that I have for my Mega Breaks with already planned out. Or I think I wanted to say that, but I interrupted myself. I have the Mega Breaks with, and the next game, more than likely, it's probably going to be Shantae Half Genie Hero, but I could surprise you because, like I said, there are other games that I am thinking about. One of those things. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, none of this really matters because, you know, it doesn't. But still, it's one of those things. Let's go ahead and end things off here. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join Team Sharpie today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is MegaShadowFist signing out. Sukeban Games. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I refuse to say it. I refuse to say it until we get to Ysbryd Games. Until we get to the whatchamacallit. Bye!